So, the new Hearthstone game mode, Duels, has been announced and released. It's not what people expected, so let's talk about it. Duels is basically Hearthstone's PvP dungeon run. It's a roguelike type game where you have to build your 15 card deck made of one-offs from your collection, and then you just start playing and you get one powerful card and then some other synergy cards along the way, alongside some passives and some interesting cards and artifacts. I think this game mode, in the grand scheme of things, if Hearthstone is going to be around for the next 10 years, is great and is needed and is a very good way of earning gold, probably better than Arena. First of all, I think they should have started the next game mode, or like instead of releasing this game mode, I think they should have revamped Arena totally. That's what I would do if I would be Blizzard, and I would just try to make the best game possible. I think Arena is kind of outdated. The fact that you're offered 90 cards to pick 30 out of them is pretty bad in my opinion. For a game as good as Hearthstone, having a worse draft mode than MTGA, Runeterra, or other card games, even Artifact probably has a better draft system than Arena in Hearthstone. I think that's kind of like a shame. I remember I played one Arena like 1 week ago, and when playing the Arena, I was offered like 25 out of 30 cards being neutrals. Like, I don't want to play Chillwind Yeti on Curve. I want to have some exciting things to do. This new game mode, Duels, offers some exciting things to do, but I would like Arena to be like a game mode that allows you to draft. Basically, I would like to get offered a lot of cards, like, I don't know, 20, 25, and I pick 2 of them, and then maybe a bit less cards the second time, and I still pick 2 of them, and so on and so forth. I see like 200, 300 cards, a lot of legendaries, out of which I will pick my 30 card deck, not just 90 cards out of which I pick 30. I feel like that would be much better for Arena. Anyways, I digress with Arena. I was just saying that I would have liked, personally, to see a revamp of Arena before the release of Duels, and then releasing Duels perfectly fine. Dungeon Run has been a classic in Hearthstone. Being able to dungeon run PvP against other players, especially when the heroic mode comes out, you'll be able to pay gold to earn gold in an arena structure. That's going to be amazing. Like, even that just on init of itself offers a different way of gaining a constructed collection for people that want to grind out their collection instead of just playing standard, for example. So if you get bored of Arena, you can play this. If you get bored of this, you can play Arena. That will be perfect. And I think people wouldn't complain. I just think people were on a different vision than Blizzard. Blizzard just looks at it probably long term, in my opinion. And this release is just like not a major one. Maybe Battlegrounds wasn't supposed to be a major one either. Obviously, the main thing Hearthstone-wise is always going to be the card game, standard, constructed. And Battlegrounds was something totally different and constructed that brought a lot of players back to the game. But how many of those players are playing constructed? How many of the constructed players don't play constructed anymore to just play Battlegrounds? This new game mode fits with constructed, so you're gonna have some of the constructed players playing it. Almost nobody is gonna come back to Hearthstone or like install Hearthstone specifically to play Duels, in my opinion. Because I feel like you already need a collection, you also need to pre-order the expansion. It has a lot of barriers of entry, so it's more catering to the already playing population. Ideally, probably people that play Wild as well, because even for me, that I'm a Hearthstone Grandmaster, I play Standard quite regularly. I don't stream it as much as I used to, obviously. I'm streaming mostly Battlegrounds. All my YouTube is mostly Battlegrounds, but I'm still playing Constructed off stream sometimes. I don't really have wildcards. So I went into this game mode, I'm like, oh, I need to craft Lotab. I need to craft /Belcher. I'm not in the best spot. I mean, you can definitely play without Lotab. You can definitely play without /Belcher, but you are at a slight disadvantage if you do so, obviously, because Lotab and ideally /Belcher are such powerful cards, especially in synergy with some of the artifacts offered within the game mode. But yeah, to fully enjoy the game mode, you need a decent sized collection, ideally also including wildcards, which is a little bit steep in my opinion. But again, not every single game mode needs to be as different as Battlegrounds is. Not every single game mode needs to bring new players. I think it's fine to get something like Battlegrounds maybe once per year, once per 2 years, and then to get some other game modes that fit together with Constructed like Arena does, or like the Duels do. So I feel like people that complain about Duels miss the point of Duels. Duels is going to make the experience of some people that already enjoy Constructed, or just Hearthstone the card game, even better. And is going to offer a different way other than Arena to grind the collection. Is that bad? No. But people wanted something as fresh as Battlegrounds, as different as Battlegrounds, in my opinion, too soon after Battlegrounds was released. Maybe from the next game mode, I don't know when that is going to be, you could have this kind of expectation. But even from that one, I would still try to be reserved. Battlegrounds is still pretty new, still feels pretty good to play, still feels pretty fresh. In my opinion, Blizzard should just work on something like as different as Battlegrounds for like, I don't know, 1 year from now. I don't think until then we're going to need that. I think they should just rather focus on expansions and on some mini game modes that are tied with constructed like Duels. Again, if you don't like it, don't play it. I kind of like it, but I kind of like Battlegrounds more. And I'll play it a bit, but I'm not going to like play it weekly or anything like that after a while. I'm pretty sure that Duels is not for me because, again, you kind of need a wild collection. And even though it's fun in the beginning, I think it will get a little bit boring. But at the same time, they will try to make it fresh with like new things. But I was never a super big fan of like dungeon runs and stuff. I enjoy playing for it once, but it's not really my style. I like more high-level elite competitiveness. And I don't know if this brings high-level elite competitiveness because, for example, with the brackets of cards that you're offered cards that you cannot put into your deck. So then you don't know what to play around. And then if you cannot know what you can play around, it's like a total clown fiesta of like madness and like crazy things happening, which is not bad. Again, in my opinion, I will play this more often than I play Arena. I almost don't play Arena right now, and I used to play a lot of Arena back in the day. So I still think it's a better game mode than Arena. And I'm just hoping that Blizzard has the vision that I'm thinking they have. So I really hope they will make Arena better, that they will keep releasing game modes like this that are tied to constructed, but still once in a blue moon, release something that they try to be very different and crazy, kind of like how Battlegrounds was. And then you offer players within the Hearthstone game, the Hearthstone portal, just a lot of options. I think in an ideal world, people are going to play a little bit of constructed, a little bit of Battlegrounds, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Hearthstone just wants to offer you like something to do if you have some time to spend on your phone, tablet, PC, whatever. This sounds like an ad. It's not. But I don't know, seriously. I feel like it's getting a little bit too much hate. At least when I streamed it, it got a little bit too much hate. But maybe people are just like circle jerking and trolling around. I, for example, could think of solutions, but all the solutions are just making the barrier of entry cheaper. For example, maybe they could have allowed people to play without pre-ordering, but at the same time, they kind of have the pressure from the shareholders to sell the pre-orders. I don't know. Blizzard is a company after all at the end of the day. What they could have really done was either borrow you the cards to play, basically just give you a full collection when you decide to play the game mode. That would be amazing. And I think that's a little bit too generous. But what they could seriously do is just offer you a discount on wildcards. I would craft low tip to play the game mode, but I'm not paying 1.6k dust. That's insane. That's a little bit too much. Will I pay 800? I don't know. Maybe. But I would like a big discount on like wildcards. A big discount on wildcards would also get more people into playing wild, which is a pretty fun game mode. But I don't know. I didn't do the math. I don't know the statistics. I don't know how many wild packs they sell. I don't know how many more wild packs they will sell. Maybe they just sell as many wild packs as they wanted. They don't want to make it cheaper. Maybe they're happy with the amount of people that are going to craft low tip to play this new adventure game mode. I don't know. Again, I don't have the numbers, so I'm just like giving my straight up opinion on how they could get more players to play. But maybe for them, it's not worth it to get more players to play. Maybe it's a more niche game mode, and that's what it is. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed my thoughts on Duels. Again, I think it's a pretty good game mode, and I'll play it some more in the next days, and maybe make another video once some time passes. We can discuss it, how it went through. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you did.